Alright, real quick for anyone who has not already entered the giveaway, the winner's being picked tomorrow. So, yeah, go watch the video. I'll either have it on screen or in the description. Make sure you do what you need to do. And for anyone who has already entered it, there's something I forgot to mention. In order for me to give you the shit, I kind of have to be able to contact you. So follow me on Twitter or join my Discord, both of which are linked in the description below, or Instagram. Honestly, that's linked down there too. I can always DM you on Instagram too. So any of those things, just make sure that you follow or join, and that way I can actually message you when you win, because I didn't mention that before. So I might have screwed a lot of people over by not doing that, because the amount of views this video is going to get is not going to be as high as the amount of views that video got. So yeah, I might have screwed some people over by mentioning this now. So yeah, but what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the DS Asylum. I'm your warden, Dimitri Strine, and today I want to talk about some aesthetic changes that I would like to make to Dragon Ball Legends. Now, nothing that I talk about in this video is inherently bad. It's not, me trying to fix everything or anything like that, but admittedly, I've been staring at this game for 3 years now, and it would be cool if some things didn't look the same as they did back in 2018. Just it'd be cool. So let's get right into what I would start changing. Legends Limited characters, specifically the character box that you have right here. So you see Corrupted Zamasu over there. You see how he has the same SP that the rest of the Sparkings have? I've never really understood that, mainly because I've never understood why Legends Limited wasn't its own rarity. I mean, if you think about it, Legends Limited units have, well, that title as Legends Limited units. They have incredibly low pull rates, lower than a normal Sparking. You can't use normal Sparking Z-Power on them, or even multi-Z-Power. You need exclusive Legends Limited Z-Power in order to Z-Power them up. And they're just incredibly rare characters. Well, at one point they were rare characters. Now Bandai hands them out like candy on the banners, but whatever. But the fact of the matter is, Legends Limited units are not just simply normal Sparking units. They are certainly more than just a normal Sparking. So I don't think they should be called Sparkings. I think this Sparking thing right here should just be removed entirely, and they should be known as Legends Limited units. And as a result, that SP that you see in the corner of Zamasu's card, or his box, should say LL. And I think it would be cool, kind of like how Ultra Goku has, or the Ultra Rarity has its own unique look. I think you could have the LL, and you see that pattern, or not the pattern, but the animation on either side of the Legends Limited banner. I think it would be cool if they had that same animation existing inside the letters on the LL on the box. I think it would look cool, and it would kind of separate the Legends Limited units from the Sparking units, because essentially we have to make that separation ourselves. The game doesn't technically separate the two. Unless you're trying to use Z-Power on them, then they're separated. But other than that, they're not really separate. The game looks at them as just normal Sparking units, and I don't really think that's right. Now, I know at the beginning of this video, I said that there was nothing that was inherently bad or that I had to fix, and that's still true. It's not a bad thing. I mean, it's a Sparking unit, sure, why not? Sparking is technically the highest rarity in the game, so whatever. Calling them a Sparking unit isn't inherently bad, and I'm not fixing anything. It's just a personal point. I think it would look cooler if they were known as Legends Limited characters and had that LL instead of the SP. That's just my thing, though. And I think it would make them feel a bit more special as well, because I talked about this, I think, around the time Future Gohan came out, and I was like, Legends Limited units just don't feel special anymore. And outside of Zenkai's existing, the main reason for that is there's just so many of them. So it would be nice if Legends Limited units got something that made them feel special again. So that's pretty much the most like the biggest critique in this video. This is the only one where I'm like, it would probably be better if it were like this than not. But the rest of the things in this video are just, if it didn't happen, I wouldn't really care. I genuinely would just think it would look cooler. Up next, I want to talk about pretty much every icon in the game. So I'm still on the same screen. So I'm going to talk about the party formation, soul boost, equipment, that character list, and then everything on this menu. They've all had the exact same icons. This menu specifically has had the exact same icons since release, and these have only been changed, I think, once. So I think it would be pretty cool if every now and then they changed how these things looked. It could be as simple as just changing the characters that show up there. I mean, we've been staring at Shallot ever since the soul boosting panel box thing got a picture attached to it. And we've been staring at Goku, Instant Transmission Goku, Ultimate Gohan, and Rage Vegeta for like 2 years now. So I think it would just be cool, and the same equips as well. The fact that the Platinum equip that's shown off is Gohan's, and was he the first one to receive a Platinum equip? I want to say Beerus's came out first, but I genuinely don't know. I actually don't know if Beerus's equip came out before Gohan's. I'd like to think it did, since Beerus definitely needed it more. But that just goes to show you how long they've been like that. And I think it would be interesting if every now and then, it doesn't have to be like that frequent. They could do it once a year, during the anniversary even. We're in the middle of the anniversary. Well, technically, we're still in the beginning of it. So we're still in the beginning of the 3-year anniversary. I think it would be nice if once a year during the anniversary, all these icons were changed. Now, what would you change them to? I have no goddamn idea for the menus. I couldn't really tell you, if I'm being honest. For the PvP one, you could probably just like cycle through units, I guess. You could, I guess, just use like the most recent anniversary units, like the 2 big ones. So like for this year, PvP icon would end up being Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta versus Zamasu, right on that box. Story mode, I suppose, would never have to change. I think just a static picture of Shallot would work, since he is the story unit. That's probably the only one that wouldn't have to change in terms of character. However, I think whatever his newest form is should be the version of Shallot that we see. So right now it would be Super Saiyan God Shallot, and then whenever 4 or Blue comes out, it would change to that. And then in terms of the events, I don't actually know what the hell the icon for the event is supposed to be. Like, is that supposed to be just a scroll, a map? What the fuck even is that? How does that even say event? Now, what would I change the event to? I have no fucking idea. Admittedly, I don't know. But it could do something. Why is it a scroll? For co-op, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think it would be neat if they just did a fusion. Like, say this, like for this year, the icon was just an image of Goku and Vegeta doing the fusion dance. Like when their fingers actually meet. Because that is a cooperative effort. Fusing is a cooperative effort. Shit, and I find it hard to believe that we're not going to get a fusion every goddamn year at this point. Vegito has appeared in all 3 anniversaries, and the one anniversary where he wasn't the LF, Gogeta was the LF. So, yeah, I find it hard to believe that we're ever going to go a single anniversary without at least one fusion unit. So they'll always have at least one, even if it's not the big LF. And then the guild one, I don't know what that's supposed to be either. That's probably a reference to something that I'm not getting. Same with the event one. But I genuinely don't know what that even is. Like, at least with the event one, I can tell it's a scroll, right? I genuinely don't know what the guild icon even is. So, again, what would I change that one to? Fucking... I don't know. Guilds don't really exist in Dragon Ball. So I have nothing to, like, I have no frame of reference to give it, you know? Training, I feel like you could have any assortment of characters there. You could have any assortment of locations. You could have King Kai's planet. You could have Beerus's planet. Pretty much anywhere Goku and Vegeta have trained. I mean, hell, there are items that go to certain places. Kami's Lookout, Korin's Tower, Beerus's planet, 500 times Gravity Chamber, 50 times, 10 times. Like, you already have, like, environments right here. You could just pick one and let that be your training icon. And then again, once a year, you'd change it. The mission one, I feel like something more than a sheet of paper would be nice. If anything, that's probably the one that the scroll that should have the scroll, if I'm being honest with you. But I mean, mission, you could be cheeky and put a picture of Hit there. Since he's an assassin and, you know, he goes on assassination missions, you could be cheeky and do that. I mean, it would be stupid. But I'm sure Hit fans would appreciate it. Like, genuinely, I'm sure Hit fans would appreciate it. So, Tournament of Power, I don't know why you don't just have the Tournament of Power stage instead of a Dance Dance Revolution board with a fist on it. Just have a picture of the Tournament of Power stage. That would make a lot more sense. Adventure is currently Flying Nimbus, which is fine, but kind of boring. You could at least put Goku on Nimbus, shit. Or, I mean, you could really use any mode of transportation that, you know, the characters have ever used. Hell, you could just have it be a picture of a few characters flying. Have it be a picture of Goku flying with Gohan and Goten. Or a picture of Vegeta flying with Trunks. Or hell, a picture of Trunks and Mai flying together. Obviously, Trunks would be holding Mai, but you get the point. Like, pretty much any mode of transportation that the characters have ever used would work for the adventures. You could do literally anything. Hell, you could have it be a picture of driving Piccolo. You could legitimately do anything. For the shop, I think a shopping cart, where it makes sense, I think it's kind of boring. I don't exactly know what I would change that to, but I guess it's because I've been looking at that shopping cart for 3 years. That's why I'm bored with it, but I don't know. I just feel like it could be different. Keep in mind, I didn't think too hard about what I would change these things to. First of all, that's not my damn job. I don't get paid for that shit. If I made money off these videos, then maybe I could say I'm getting paid for that, but I don't, so I ain't getting paid for that shit. But also, the point of this video isn't to actually, you know, give my version of everything. It's more just to explain what I think could look different. And then what do we have left? Characters and Summon. Summon has just been a picture of Goku, when the Summon tab or the Summon box could just be whatever the newest banner is. Honestly, like, it's just a what is it? Silhouette. There it is. A silhouette of Goku. I mean, I guess it could also be a silhouette of Bardock if you put on, you know, some gi. But no, it's a silhouette of Goku, and it's been like that for so long. And I feel like it could have just been whatever the newest banner is, or at least whatever the newest banner unit is. So like right now, since there's two big LFs, it would be a split image of Gogeta and Zamasu. And then whatever the next All-Star banner is, it would then turn to that. That's the one thing that you would end up changing regularly. Like pretty much every week, you'd end up changing it. Well, I don't think Zenkai banners should count. Just like actual new units, so and pretty much every other week you'd end up changing it every other week, every PvP season, which, I mean, it's a picture. Is it really that hard? And then finally, characters. Again, it's just 3 silhouettes of basic figures. It's boring. I feel like the characters box could just be like maybe the first unit of whatever your immediate team is, kind of like how that first unit appears on the screen here. I think that would be cool. Or perhaps it's a like really condensed version of whatever that team is. That one in particular would require a lot more programming than the others, because that one isn't just as simple as adding an image to an already existing box. You'd have to actually program the ability for that image to change with what the player does. So if I swap on over to my LF God Key team, if I swap over to my future team, then just like right here where it changes to Corrupted Zamasu, then this box right here would also change to Corrupted Zamasu. So that one would definitely require a lot more programming, but it would be cool. And having my adventures are done. And not having all of the boxes essentially look the same would make it a lot easier for players to figure out what they're doing. Because, I mean, like, obviously I know where everything is. I've been playing the game for 3 years, but even I sometimes still hit the wrong one. Like, say I want to hit characters. The amount of times I've gone to the summon screen when I was trying to go to my characters is legendary, because all the damn boxes look exactly the same. It's all just a silhouette with an orange background, and I feel like they could most definitely look a bit more interesting. But I think that's pretty much it for those. The top ones over here, like the news, friend, present, you could change those all to actual icons. Like the present can be, you know, like birthday present. Friend can be, I don't know, Krillin. Krillin is the famous best friend of Goku, so he would work for it. Item, you could just change that to an image of a bunch of different items. Exchange shop, you could change that to, honestly, like whatever the newest adventure exchange shop is, since that changes very regularly. Or you could just have it be, you know, a combination of, could you load? Jesus. Of all of the permanent ones, like soul exchange medals, rare medals, Z medals, you know, platinum coins, legends tickets. You could just have all of them just sitting in a box as an image. And then the news, that one, I mean, maybe a newspaper or something. I don't know. You can't make news interesting. There's nothing you can do to make news interesting. Scan, you could just have the QR code there. Like that works perfectly fine. And then for the other three, honestly, I feel like those shouldn't change because other is your options, essentially. Like, yeah, options. So I don't think that one needs an icon. Customize probably doesn't need an icon. I suppose you could put a picture of Shallot here since that's what you're customizing. And then status, I mean, you could do whatever you really want with status. So, I mean, yeah. that one doesn't really need to change either. And then the Zenny thing up here can also honestly stay the same as well. But that took up a lot of time, a lot more than I thought it would. So perhaps I might leave that there. Let's just talk about these icons down here. This one, this one, this one, and this one. That PvP one has been Goku versus Vegeta since day one. I think they could do the same thing with that as they did with, as I said, they could do with the PvP in the actual menu. Make it the two newest units fighting each other. Tournament of Power, that can stay as UI Goku versus Jiren. That's pretty cool. The event being Trunks yelling at something off screen is kind of odd. I don't know what Trunks has to do with an event, but whatever. Honestly, you could just have that be a picture of the newest event if you really wanted to do it that way. And then story, Shallot, makes sense. That one can stay the same too. So that's pretty much it, honestly. That's the thing, right? You have these icons right here, right? You have these icons right here for the news, the presents, and the missions. So you could actually just have those icons already exist. Let me actually accept these. You could actually have that icon already exist in the menu. Just put it in the menu. They don't exist in the menu currently, so you could just use those. But I do think that's going to be it for this video. I didn't exactly talk about as much as I would have liked to. So if you guys want a part 2 to this video, let me know. But I feel like this video is getting a bit too long. So if you guys want a part 2, let me know in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this video, do make sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, hit that join button if you can. It really does help the channel out. All the links you could ever want are in the description down below. And I will see all of you inmates back here at the asylum for the next video. Peace.